Yo, this is 11 Comments Boy for doing a review for a Project Salvo Army Edition, Army Replica, pardon me, AR-15 style paintball gun. First thing I'm going to say about this gun, it's a good gun, solid, shoots a little to the left, or my right, your left, shoot, yeah, a little to the left at like 100 yards, maybe. It starts to curve just a little bit, which isn't that big a deal, but I just want to start off by saying shoots a little to the left. A good thing about this gun, wrong way. Good thing about the gun is collapsible stock. A problem with this is, though, with collapsible stock, when you have your helmet, like when you don't have your helmet on, you know, it's pretty epic. You know, you look like a real commando. When you do have the helmet on, though, you're trying to look down. Like, I have a red dot sight on this, but even without the red dot sight, if you're trying to look down your iron sights, right? If you're trying to look down the iron sights, you have to crane your neck a lot, right? Like, it's really, really. Here, let me turn on my scope. I'll give you an example. So right there, it's right there. This is how much you have to crane your neck to get 100% on the button shot, right? That's not comfortable at all. That's not comfortable for 10 seconds, and I couldn't sustain that if I was trying to look down my scope for like a while, you know? Just waiting for a guy. You don't want to be like this. That's uncomfortable. You'll get neck issues, and you won't be able to play for a while. So what I like to do is, if I'm in sort of a town situation, you know, there's a couple buildings, I like to have the stock up, right? I like to have it like this, because at that point then, I'm not really, with paintball guns, it's less, unlike real guns, like with a real gun you want to be accurate, you know, because you're not going to be seeing the bullet as easily. You know, you might see a flash, but it's not, you can't just, you know, sort of estimate where it's going. But with paintball guns, the paint is going a lot slower velocity, right? So you want to be, you can sort of just guess, in a sense, I guess, where, yeah, you can kind of guess where the paintball gun bullets, whatever, marker pieces of whatever, are going. So that's kind of what I do. I have my mask on. I'll be here. I'll be looking down my scope thing, and I'll be sort of aiming with my right eye, right? I'll be aiming with my right eye, and I'll be looking down. And I'll just be sort of popping guys off in, like, if I'm in an area, there's a guy over here, I'll be looking this way, I can just sort of pop and fire, you know, and it's sort of just a getting a general idea where the guy is based on where my paint is firing, right? Though I have to say, a lot of times this gun, in an in-close battle, if you're playing against guys with speedball guns, you're going to lose 95% of the time. It's a semi-automatic, bop, 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 is the fastest I think you can get it going. I think you can attach the little two-finger things, right? And I think at that point, and if you get a one of the air tank things that are specialized for this, for speedball guns, you go, I think the fastest you can even get this thing going is bop, 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 bop. Even if you have really fast hands, you know, you can get your fingers going really fast. It doesn't even matter, because it's supposed to be a semi-automatic gun. It's supposed to be like a long-range sort of assault rifle, cross sniper rifle situation, right? Now, so when I'm in, like I said, in town, I'm going to be using the stock. Outside of a town, if I'm going to be trying to snipe, it sounds weird because when you take the stock off, it kind of looks like a submachine gun, right? But you want to have the stock down so that you can snipe. All right, put my mask on again, and this is like the perfect example here. But I'm gonna pretend to be shooting a thing over there, right? So I'm gonna be down here, say, say I'm just sitting down, right? I'm exposing myself. I'm exposing myself a lot less from like a position here, right? A lot less from a position here because it's just you're only a little out of cover, right? And this isn't even as compact. This is as compact as I think I could probably get, which is I have, this isn't a very good position because I'm relying on like core strength. But if you have a bipod here, which it has a tri-rail system or quad rail system, I guess tri-rail system. If you have this, you can put a bipod on, or if you are like me, I just carry around a sandbag with me, right? I put a sandbag down. If I'm actually using a bunker this size, I just put the sandbag down, and then I can really just sort of lean back, or you can even lean against cover. A lot of people will say, no, you want to be away from cover so that you can just pop out. I always find it better to look over top of cover than onto the side because I find that it's easier to just sort of let gravity just drop you than to be over here and have to, it's a lot faster to go, or it's not as fast to go this way as it is to go this way, because you have gravity. So like I was saying, you can be down here and you're exposing very little, while getting a lot. If you're really kind of small, you can really get teeny, You can really get down low, right? It's good. If you have the stock out, right, one, you're going to be, I'm not even going to crane my neck. One, you're going to have to be craning your neck. I don't want to do it, but, and you're also exposing yourself a lot more, right? Your gun is farther out. Your head is higher up, right? And if you do have the mask on, your head's going to have to be so craned that you're not going to have vision on your right side, and you're going to have very little vision on your left, because your eyes, instead of being like this, right, like my fingers would be, they're going to be rotated up, right? Like my eyes go to there, and I'm really rotating my head a lot, right? So it doesn't work very well like that. That's why I like having the, making it look like a submachine gun. I don't know if I've said this already, but the green thing on the gun is like doesn't come with it. It's just a rifle wrap I put on because it matches the color of my ghillie suit and when I'm sniping. The gun, 6 pods. 6 pods. Doesn't look like a pod. This looks like something else, but 6 pods. The Velcro and snap thing. Little case, right? CO2 tank. CO2 tank. I think it's Gorilla CO2 tank. I think. Doesn't include the red dot sight. All this, a couple cleaning supplies, and a one of these things. I don't even remember what this is called. One of these things. It connects your CO2 tank to your gun without having to carry it around. All this around $200, I think. Plus, if you add the red dot sight, I think it was like $260. Because it's a wrap for red dot sight, which is I think the highest kind of model you can get. So it's a pretty good gun. I'd say it's like as far as this kind of gun goes, that kind of assault / sniper rifle gun goes, I'd give it like a 7. Which is good, but it's not like in a good rate. I'm talking also in a reasonable sort of cash area. There are guns that are like $1,000. But honestly, I think if you're paying $1,000 for a paintball gun, I think you should go see Just go get some help. Um, for something that's within this rage class, I'd say it's 7, which is good. It's good for kind of a beginning situation. This is the gun I use because it suits my needs, which are kind of mid-range sniping, right? 7 out of 10. It's not as low as a meh, but it's also not a oh my god, this is amazing. You know, kind of there. It's just there. You know, if you want to kind of do what I'm doing, you know, mid-range sniping, I'd recommend it. There's not another gun on like this on the market really that is can have the sort of customization that this gun can have with the actual quality that it can have, I guess. Um, and by the way, that 200 for the gun and the pods, I got this on Amazon, so or Amazon.com. So that's about that. 11 Cummins boy, signing off. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.